Document the mystery of the lid. Yes. I use this lid every time I cook with John. Christopher never lets this lid, off the stove. He always leaves it exactly where I left it. I always leave it in the exact same place on this pot. Haven't been in the kitchen in a couple of days. We've spent most of Christmas in the bedroom, and we come out to make our, show what we're making. Well, we're making fried rice and macaroni and shrimp with leftover Chinese food and our own macaroni, but that's besides the point. Come in here this morning, the lid is gone. You should have taped that whole thing, you and Christopher searching for it. Well, but that's okay. But I'm just letting you know, in this future, for the document, for the validity of the document, you want the whole experience. Christopher will verify it. And but go on. Come in the kitchen. That lid is not on the pot. I don't even realize it until I go to start cooking, and then I'm like, "Where's the lid?" I say to Christopher, and me and Christopher are always at odds because a lot of times we feel like we're losing our minds because we're living here with John, yeah, and John's insane, yeah. But he's always testing us and testing our, stamina, testing our fortitude, our emotional, our psychological. He's here to do that. It's part of the whole mission. Sandy is here too, doing it with Christopher. This is the team. So I said, what the fuck? So John's whispering in my ear, don't tell me he threw it in the garbage. I said, I do not think Christopher would throw that lid in the garbage. I don't care how crazy you want to say he is. He's not that crazy. So he said, maybe you threw it in the garbage. I said, do you know that I might have thrown that fucking lid in the garbage? That's how insane I've been feeling lately. Like I'm so nuts. I might have thrown that lid in the garbage. My beloved lid. Mm-hmm. So then he says, no, don't jump the gun. Ask Christopher if he thinks he knows where it is. Christopher, of course, comes in. He's like, I did not touch that lid. Yeah, and that lid is always there, and do not even think. So I was like, yeah, John, he didn't do that. That I'm thinking it's me. I'm thinking I've gone insane, and that's that. So he said, clear your head. Take a hair wash. So we took and just have a little coffee and afterwards me, you, and Christopher and Sandy can look for the lid together. So I said, okay, all right, that sounds good. It's got to be here. Christopher, you will verify this whole story, right?
I will verify.
Yes. So Chris comes in after a hair wash, and it's like, okay, the search is on. We searched every closet, every cabinet, every inch of this kitchen. I searched in that corner over there. It is gone. I says to John, fuck it. One of us must have thrown it in the garbage. And I'm thinking it was me. And John's like, well, wouldn't you think that he would feel it in the garbage bag when he picked it up to bring out to the garbage, Nina? So I was like, then where is it, John? At the very last minute, John says, look in there. I was getting onto Amazon to order another lid when John tells me, not so fast. Look in there. In this pan that we haven't used yet, my first Christmas present from John this year. This beautiful pan, which we're going to use for a very special meal, and I'm not sure what it is yet. But I'm thinking it might be eggplant parmesan, vegan style. Because he keeps showing that to me. So I look in here, the lid is in there. Fit perfectly. I said, first of all, I looked at this and I said, I don't know if that lid would even fit in there. My fucking vision is so skewed. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. And he was like, lift the lid, Lena. And I lift the lid and I said, it's there. Christopher was in here. I said, Chris, look at this. It's in here. Both of us knew. Me and Chris both knew neither one of us would have put that fucking lid in there. No fucking way. There's shit piled on top of that pan, but there's no way we would take my favorite lid, okay, and put it in there, right? Not to be done. Not to be done, right? So I'm like, wow. So John goes, do you remember Christmas Eve? And I was like, oh, my. On Christmas Eve, after we had done all our caroling, me and John were watching a show, or we were just like winding down from the night. We had eaten a huge dinner. Christopher was not home. He was at his parents' upstairs.
My mother.
No, it's still your parents to me. Your father is very much on the scene, and that is the truth. Well, who do you think said to do it? That was Father Whitting's idea? Yeah. He was here with me. I heard from the bedroom. This is crazy. It sounded like Christopher came home. In fact, it sounded like he walked in the front door. It sounded like it paced the way he walks in. But when I think of it now, his father and him have very much the same gait. And walked in a similar way. I used to watch his father walking up and down the driveway and say, yeah, he's like holds his body the same way, holds his head the same way. He's got this about close to the same height. The stride is the same. So I was certain that Christopher came home early, and I heard in the kitchen, sounded like maybe he was putting food away. I couldn't figure it, and I got called in here. Chris, you home already? Nothing. Chris? Nothing. I said, John, someone's in the apartment. So he said, no, they're not. I said, yeah, did you hear that? He said, oh, I heard it, but nobody's here. So I just said, well, should I be calling the police right now, or what's going on? So he goes, no, I'm right here with you. You don't got to call no police. I'll take care of you. And I never gave it another thought. We fell asleep. It was Christmas Eve. We were exhausted, fell asleep. Chris only got home around 4 o'clock in the morning. The hours after that happened. That happened right around midnight. Maybe 1. Never gave it another thought until today when this thing happened. And that's what it was. It was Father Whitting visiting and fucking around in the kitchen of his old home. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Yeah. Chris, is that an amazing thing?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's remarkable. So this is I said, we got a poltergeist. And said, not only you got a poltergeist, you got a fathergeist. Yeah, right. He just wants to, he's kind of, believe it, he is shy, Lena. He feels funny and he feels humble coming through and talking to you right now. But he is wishing you and Christopher so much love and happiness for the new year. And no bickering, he says, Christopher. No more bickering. Do that for your old man. So that's a nice thing. And thank you, Father Whitting. Chris, would you like to acknowledge your father's New Year wish for you?
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all out there. The fish crows.
Yeah. The fish crows. What is that?
He just likes the fish crows, my father.
My crows outside the window?
Yeah, they're all here. They're all going crazy.
Oh, they're going crazy because Father is here. Let's go take a look. All right, we're going to go take a look at the fish crows.
For green tea.
Green tea in honor of Father Whitting. This is a big day. It's a wonderful day. And it's so exciting. You know, you can't be afraid of ghosts. Yeah, you can't.
I didn't look in that pan because I thought of it as having that big giant handle coming off the side, like the other one, the big red one.
Oh, really? Oh, look at the crows.
The green thing, I just envisioned it as like, oh, it can't fit here and there because it has that handle. But then you took it out and was like, oh, that one doesn't have the handle, right?
Here they come. Here they go. There they go. Maggie has to leave. Why are you leaving? You look like one of them, Maggie. Where'd they all go? Oh, they ran out of food. Oh, look at that. It's like a scene from the birds. They're all on the wire. Yeah, they're waiting. Come on, we got to give them a second round. All right. And then we'll go back in and get our food. Okay. Fish crows. Why does he call them fish crows?
It's a type of crow. You can see them.
What do you know? Father Whitting knew all these kind of crazy things, that, interesting facts, right? He loved to talk about all kinds of interesting facts. He was a very fun man. Like people, people who knew him, they knew what an interesting character he really was and is. And when he died, or crossed over, I should say, on December 3rd, 2023, he didn't go far. He like John, has hung around. Yeah. So this is very exciting and very funny, and I'm going to pass a video of this to the family, whether they believe in it or not. This is what happens, and Father Whitting is here, and he's, you can talk to him, and if you're not doing it already, and he will show you signs of his presence, and he is not really gone anywhere. He's still a father figure to help you in your daily life, to talk to you, to give you strength, to be a father. That's what the one role in his life that he was the most proud of. And he's telling me that right now. He's very proud of being a father. It meant a lot to him. And it should. It's a huge responsibility. Not everybody's up to the task. But he was. Crazy. A little bit crazy, but that's the way it goes. They're all nuts. All these fathers are nuts. Come on, guys. Come be a fish crow. Come and be a fish crow like you should know that you should be. Oh, little fish crow, come. Come, little fish crow. Meow, meow, meow. Here he comes. Hello, Raven. That one's name is Raven? Yeah. Ruffian. Where's Goliath? Pirate. There's Jezebel. Yeah. She's pretty. She's got such a nice slender neck. Oh, look at that one's a baby. I've never seen that one. Come, fish crows. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Bow, 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 bow. Bird is a word, a bird, 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 and a bird is a word, a bird, 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 a bird. Hey, there's a starling looking pretty. Bird. Oh, here come all the starlings. They eat meat. Yes, Andy G, they eat meat. I don't see them eating other birds, so that would get gruesome, wouldn't it? Yeah. The bird is the word, the bird, bird, the bird is the bird is the word, the bird, 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 bird is the word, the bird is the word, the bird is the word, the bird is the word. These birds don't give a damn that I got the window open, screaming at them. Bird is the word, bird is the word, bird is the word. You better get some more, whatchamacallits out there. Honey, you want I should get the saltines? Yeah. You want I should get with them saltine cracker? You know, the better they like the saltine, the cracker. It's delicious. They eat the saltine cracker because it tastes salty and good. It tastes very delicious. It stays nice and crispy in the morning. They don't care. They don't care for a lot of things, but saltine they like. What do you mean they don't care for? Why do they care for things? Bird is the word. It's getting cold. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. Give them saltines. That's what the people want. That is what the people need. Never mind the birds, the people want it. They eat it with their crackers and cheese. Saltine for you, saltine for me. They like it cause it's light, they pick it up and fly. Saltine for we. All the birdies like to eat saltine. And the birdies like to eat saltine. And the birdies like to eat, the birdies like to eat. The birdies like to eat saltine. Meow, meow. Okay, that's it. Getting too cold now. It's too cold.
Is it cold out there?
Well, to be sitting at the window with like just underpants on, it's not so good. It's not so good. Okay, what do you say? We gotta go get our food. Lovely, lovely. There's plenty to eat. They'll go crazy for that. Yeah, they will. The birdies like to eat salty. I was walking through the park one day when my birdies ate some saltine. Hey, they ate it all up and they loved it like a cup. And meow meow.